Hey, what's up, guys? Today, very crazy day, guys. So many plays just going insane, going berserk. Today, the biggest play today, you already know. OCTO Octo. This one ran 5,400%, I believe. I think it was a little more than that, which is just insane, guys. This is the type of plays I'm talking about every single day when I say these low floaters, right? These could seriously change people's lives, and a lot of people on the team were just banking hard, really banking today. There's too many messages to fit on the screen. I got probably like 100 messages across various social media platforms saying people are doing great, not just on this play, but there was many other stocks that I mentioned, as well as not just myself, but the team was also mentioning, right? There was just monster days, and the crazy thing is it's just starting, guys. It's just the beginning of Supernova season. I think the coming months is gonna be insane. So if you're not part of the team, guys, I recommend you subscribe, join the YouTube live stream. Just be a part of the team, right? Because it's like crazy. So today on the live stream, I mentioned those key levels as well for the stop loss. The thing with the OCTO Octo, if something rips this much, right? This is the thing. A lot of people, they usually think that they're just chasing a stock, right? When it's up a lot, but in reality, when we're day traders, we're trying to trade momentum, right? So if something is up 50% or 100%, if the technicals align and if there's reason, really strong strength, it's just my opinion, I would gladly take the trade, right? For if I could know that I could make more money on the way up. So that's the thing with a lot of people. I think they confuse day trading with swing trading, because swing trading, you're buying when it red, right? You buy when a stock's not going up, and then you sell it once it moves up. Day trading is completely opposite. You basically buy it, and then as it goes higher, you're making money, right? So today I'm really glad for everybody that traded Octo, and there's many more plays coming, guys. So in this video, I decided to give a couple very interesting setups. I think last video I made, you could check the last video I made, 80% of the stocks went up, or I think more than that. Almost every one of them went crazy. So today I'm gonna be sharing again. I'm just doing just to help you guys, right? So first stock for the video is AIHS. This one is a China stock, a low floater. I think the stock only has 900K float, so it's a very small float. This stock, just 2 months ago or 3 months ago, they had a partnership to develop an AI-backed data management system. This stock is a technical play, sympathy rotation play like SNTG. If you don't know SNTG, that stock today ripped, I think, 400%. It's just astronomical today. So you really want to pay attention to this type of sector and these type of trades, right? Because this AIHS stock actually ran crazy just a couple days ago, and it's starting to form that multi-day setup type of look, and it's entering in those support levels, right? So next stock you have to watch, guys, ETHZ. This one, 401 million market cap. This one initiated a 250 million stock repurchase program, and I talked about the stock, I believe, in 2 other videos, and this stock right now is consolidating right at that level where the repurchase shares were happening, right? So if you don't know Octo, the reason it went crazy today, it's similar type of news, right? If you look up the news, you don't have to go fully into detail of exactly the specific details of why Octo went up a lot. But if you watch my videos, remember I talked about how it's not about the every single word when it comes to news. It's about the headline. It's about the basic main pointers. So when you look at Octo today, this one had the treasury angle, right? So ETHG, this one used to be a massive black swan as well. This stock, I think, ran it was ATNF, right? I forgot the exact percent. I think it was like 500%. So this stock is going to that key very low levels, so keep an eye on this one, guys. Next one we gotta talk about is BAOS. This one, BAOS, 4 million market cap. This one has a high short borrow fee rate, 115% APR, nano float. This one I think has 900K float. Very small float on top of that. This stock is in a really bullish sector, the online media as well as the marketing activities. If you look at the stock chart pattern, actually this stock has a personality of making big moves up. So BAOS is another China stock. I think it's Hong Kong is one of them, but you have to keep an eye on these type of stocks, guys. Within a matter of, I'm not saying guarantee, right? Because everything is not guaranteed when it comes to trading. But look at SNTG. These stocks are ripping 400%, 300%. So even if you capture just a fraction of that, right? Even if you just capture a little bit, that's a big gain. So next one, ILAG. This one, 10 million market cap. The stock is really interesting because actually This is the same situation as SNTG. This was a former super runner in the past. The stock market potential, $5 billion market potential, growth potential, smart lock market. So when you're talking about ILAC, this one actually has fundamental angle as well, strategic cooperation with the Hong Kong-based AI robotics research firm. So ILAC, this is another one you should definitely be watching, guys. And for the stocks in the video, what makes this really nice is that I try to share the stocks ideas when they're not up a lot, right, for the videos, YouTube videos, so that you guys, if you're interested, it's kind of like a first come first serve type of thing, right? So if people identify the setup tomorrow and the stock's not up a lot, there could be a potential, right? Remember the other day I made the videos on Duo Hour. I talked about VWAV, and they ripped a lot, CIGL as well. So next one would be IFBD. This one, very interesting stock, guys. I remember the stock very well. This is a stock that likes to run a lot when the market's like crazy around this time. 7 million market cap, AI driven stock, as well as SaaS platform, digital advertising. This is a really interesting stock in terms of the sector, but not just the sector, but in terms of volume, I've been noticing really interesting hits on the tape. If you look at IFBD, as I'm making this video, actually, it's really interesting. It's getting big volume in the after hours. So this is what I'm saying when it comes to small caps. A lot of people who do this a long time, right? I've been doing stock, small cap, long time, many years now. And other people who also did a long time, they know this type of pattern, so they're just capitalizing. They're taking advantage of the experience, right? So I'm just trying to help people for free, guys, on YouTube. So I recommend you guys, take notes, or just remember this type of information, because this could be useful not just for now, but in the future years as well, right? Because you ought to focus sector rotations, as well as China theme, as well as low flow, you know what I'm saying? So next one we got to talk about is Wolf. Wolf is a stock. Again, this one, as I'm making a video, it's literally going up. So this one actually talked about, if you remember, so 2 weeks ago, someone on that team, right, mentioned that Wolf was an interesting setup. So I made a video on it just for the person, but this stock actually today, a very interesting angle. I looked it up, where debt reduction of roughly 70%, trimming about $4.6 billion. That's a massive cut from the 6.5 billion load. So if you look up the fundamental factor for this company, this is actually American developer and manufacturer of wide band gap semiconductors focus on. So this stock, basically, Wolf, what you really want to see is could form that multi-day type of setup. Look at the 1 hour chart. This is a perfect example of what I was talking about in my previous videos, where a stock, they makes a big move up, and then it consolidates over that base level, and then look what happened today. It just rip and face over that $2 level. So you really want to see if $2 level holds on the stock. It's a really bullish sector as well. The whole semi sector, right? So next stock we gotta talk about, guys, is CISO. This one is an AI-powered cybersecurity stock. With cyber insurance, this stock actually is expanding to the market with a massive potential. This stock is another multi-day setup potential. So I know you guys like those multi-day slower type of stocks as well. And this one is not a Chinese stock. I'm pretty sure this was a USA company. So I'm trying to mix it up with, China stocks, USA stocks in this video, since both of them are getting really attention in this AI sector. So it's the treasury sector and China sector, right? The volume, you just pretty much got to follow the volume when it comes to small caps. You can't really dictate or decide what's going to run, right? I can't say, oil stocks tomorrow gonna rip face. If that's, I can't you just got to follow the volume, you know what I'm saying? Like, follow the herd. So right now it's China sector, as well as AI treasury. Remember that, guys. This week, there's going to be a lot of stocks releasing news in the pre-market. I'm almost positive. And let's try to find some nice ones. Next stock would be Lobo. This one is a former super runner. This one developing AI-powered senior mobility robot angle. And this one I mentioned in the past. Remember that time I mentioned Lobo, and then this rip and face like 120%. It's a 6 million float. 6 million market cap. That's very small for a stock in this sector. So keep an eye on Lobo for that multi-day type of pop as well. Next stock is Reto, RETO. This one very interesting, guys. Specializing in ecological environmental protection equipment and intelligent machinery. This stock is a low float. It's the same situation as most of the stocks in the video, guys. This is a former super runner, China sector, China or Hong Kong, as well as a fundamental factor behind it. So these stocks, I'm telling you guys, I'm pretty sure almost guarantee at least a couple of these stocks are gonna rip face this week, I think, in my opinion. Right, next stock would be AACG. This one I mentioned on Stock Twits, right? But I didn't tell them today. But this stock you gotta keep an eye on, guys. Look at the setup. Go to the daily chart. This is a picture perfect setup, especially it's a China stock or Hong Kong stock. And on top of that, look at the fundamental side. This stock is a strategic. There's talking about strategic reserve treasury cryptocurrencies, baby BTC strategic capital. So you really gotta keep an eye on this stock, guys. AACG. This stock could end up squeezing, similar to Duo. Remember I talked about the last video, Duo, Hour, these type of stocks, same type of setup. Next stock, AEI. This one, real estate sector. Remember how the real estate sector's been really hot this month. Remember Open. Remember there's like two more stocks I don't remember, but the real estate sector's really hot. That's another one. Digital transformation technologies, and this stock is around. It's pretty much global. We're talking about U.S., China, Hong Kong, South Korea, Australia, Singapore. So AEI. Look at this same situation, guys. AEI, you could look at the technical chart. This is another multi-day setup. There's so much opportunity, guys, if you know what to look for. And I spent hours just trying to look for these setups for you guys. So I appreciate you guys if you like the video and comment down below, right? So it takes like a second. And it helps the community. It helps me grow my channel so I can help more people. So AEI, this one, you got to keep an eye on, guys. Look for that $2 level hold. That's a big one for multi-day continuation. Next one, AST. This one, I'm telling you guys, very, very interesting. If you don't know why this stock was started ripping face like 1,000%, I mentioned that stock a couple months ago. The reason is this was a treasury play, and if you're watching this video, what's the theme that I've been pounding nonstop, guys? It's treasury, right? So treasury. What about Octo? Look at ETHC. Look at SBET. Look at BMNR. Look at AST. This is another one, guys. You gotta look at the short flow, massive short squeeze potential as well. This stock actually tomorrow, this has a merger angle, guys. Remember, merger angle with the $750 million, guys. So add this to your watch list right now. AST is gonna be has potential tomorrow, and everything that's in my videos is it's just trying to help people, right? I'm not trying to give financial advice. So next up would be IXHO. This stock, I made video on the last video. You can check my video IXHL, and then it ended up ripping, I think, 18% today, which is a pretty nice gain. I mean, this stock usually is on the thicker side in terms of price action, but IXHL, looking at it right now, is holding that key 50-cent level. I said on the previous video that this stock is probably going to do a liquidity grab towards that 50-cent area, a selling type of action, and right now it popped almost to over 60 cent, and it wicked pretty much. So you got to hold over 63 cent, in my opinion, for the crossover, right, the bullish trend. I still really like IXHL. Look at these factors. So we have $20 million share repurchase program, eliminate 347 million Series A warrants. This is in a very hot sector, generalized anxiety, as well as rheumatoid arthritis, and on top of that, plan for phase 3 trial, fundamental angle as well. So last stock for the video, guys, you have to remember Open. This one, historical move, guys. I started mentioning stock, I think like 90 cent, and just ripping face to like 7+. It actually open door actually hit a new high today. The stock went all the way up to 732. I'm really happy for you guys if you're banking on Open. This stock, I said in my previous video, is probably gonna pull back. I mean, this stock I saw ripping face like huge amount. Of course, it has to breathe, right? Look at the RS. In terms of the RSI, I already said it got too overheated. So I'm looking at Open stock. It's still very, very bullish, guys. I'm not trying to gas it up too much, but look at the daily chart. The daily chart is just trend. It's constant trend strength, and the dips are getting soaked. I think the strong levels I'm looking at, aside from the obvious, the hold out levels, right? I really want to see that 573 level, over that 573 level, as well as I want to see over that 635 level. So the thing with Open, guys, and the thing with stocks in general, a tip is that I told a lot of people on the live stream as well, a big tip for you guys. If you're struggling with emotion when it comes to these macro longer type of plays, right? Look at the bigger time frame. A lot of people, they focus too much on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, when the stocks are selling off, right? They just look at red candle, couple red candles, and they start, panicking. You gotta look at the big picture. You gotta look at the weekly chart, look at the daily chart, look at the monthly chart. You know what I'm saying? So I hope people that helps people, right? Because I said the stock since started selling off around like $2, and then I said in my videos, right? I said the macro. Think about the big picture soaks, and then it started just ripping face over that new highs, and it's doing the same situation. It's going to that 6 level, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope people. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a really strong month, and let's just catch a lot more black swans, guys. I said in my previous video that I'm just trying to help people, you know, with these trade ideas, and hope people do great. So, Starcatcher signing out. And have a great night, guys. Sleep well, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, goodbye.